Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Outlanders. We're once again here at the shopping district and we are starting things off back at the Sada lottery, which I'm very pleased to say has made a lot of profit, and I mean a lot. It's got 20 diamond blocks plus 3 more lots of diamonds. If we just make that into diamond blocks, we can see 39 diamond blocks and 7. That is a lot more than I ever thought I would be able to make. So, thank you for everyone's generosity, or at least the people who've bought tickets. Now, it does present me with a problem because you can see the ticket box is starting to fill up, and I have put a little system in which there's a little bit box down here where all the tickets are. If you are watching this and on the server, don't peek. But anyway, you can see that box is full, this shulker is full, and we've now got tickets here. So, that is not good at all. What we're going to have to do is something pretty clever, I think. Because we're going to have to, let's see, the tickets are 1 diamond for 10 tickets, meaning that every person has a multiple of 10. So if I just divide it by 10 and give each person the number of tickets divided by 10, they're still going to have the same number of tickets. So that is something I'll do off camera, so no one can see who has tickets and how many tickets they have. But 39 diamond blocks, I'm very happy with that. However, it does present a bit of a problem in which we're making twice as much profit as we would if we only had the normal prizes. So what I was going to do is add a couple more block prizes. So I think this one, it can remain, it can go up to 20 diamond blocks. If we have a second place prize, we can say this one can be 4 beacon pack. And third, it can be a rocket box, I think. So that should do pretty well, and that should do for the time being. If I get even more diamonds, I'll update the prize pool even further and see what we can do with there. So what I'll do now is to work out the tickets and then move on to the next part of our episode. All of those spare tickets I was able to turn into rockets, and actually raised a question for me. I'm still selling level 2 rockets and level 3 rockets which aren't really doing that well, but it has given me the opportunity to give me a whole lot of rocket boxes, 6 in fact. I probably should actually take one back for the prize pool. Let's put that one in here. But level 1 rocket at 2 diamonds, that's 54 or 27, so the worth is really 54 diamonds. So this 20 diamonds is way too low. I think I should make it, let's see, rocket boxes should be at least, it's 54 diamonds normally. So if I make it 40 diamonds, that's a lot better price. And I don't completely lose out on all the profit. So that should do pretty well, I hope. And just before I head off to the other bits of today's episode, I decided to actually update this a little bit. It's not 1 beacon pack, it's 4 beacon pack, which means a pyramid with with the ability to do 4 beacons. So that is 4 beacons there, and I've also put in the value prizes. So of course 20 diamond blocks is worth 20 diamond blocks, but 4 beacon pack is worth approximately 15 diamond blocks, and the third prize is worth approximately 1 diamond. So it does go down a fair bit. Now I'm currently sitting on about 20 diamond blocks worth of money from this thing, so I'm going to wait for a little bit and hope that I get a few more people signing on, and then I might be able to expand the third prize, change it up from a rocket box to something else. So the prize pool is pretty good at the moment for first and second, and then perhaps not so good for third, but hopefully that will improve soon. Now, time to get back to the zoo project. As you can see, I've made a few improvements to this area. I have finally managed to figure out how to get my polar bears moving about again, and it seemed to be as simple as putting in carpet, slabs, and concrete powder around here. So the bears are trying to jump onto here, and then trying to escape by jumping over. As you can see there, I failed pretty miserably. But it is possible for a human to do it, for me to do it like that, but the polar bears aren't as smart, it seems, so they are now stuck. But at least they're moving, which is kind of what I want, even if they're just moving about in the same spot. Plus, this looks a lot better than the top snow that used to be. Okay, I wouldn't say it looks better, but it at least gives some height to the previously flat area. Now, we have done a little bit more road work. We've extended the road over here, and we've put in a road barrier over here on this side. still considering whether to change this bit to leaves, but I think it's pretty good. Now, as you can see, our road goes around here and ends or collides over here with this one. So what we're thinking is over this side, we're going to put our foxes, all 6 of them, because we've now got a couple more thanks to some breeding. And that means we're going to have to move the pandas over to there for now. But after I've done that, I need to do quite a little bit of work trying to figure out exactly what I'm going to do with this, because I'm not exactly used to having spruce stuff or building biomes or things like this. So let me get the pandas out and make sure they don't escape, and then I can get started on the rest of the stuff. Alright, with the panda bears now out of the way, I think what I want to do is turn this entire thing into a podzol land, because I want to just mix it up a little bit with the kind of land I have, so podzol is the way to go. Now the foxes aren't going to go anywhere, so if I get a shovel out, which I stupidly put away in one of these boxes, not that one, there we go, I put away in there, this is a silk one, so brilliant. So I can now get started on ripping up this land and turning it all into podzol. So let's go. And after a very short time lapse, we've got ourselves one podzol covered area. And now you can see I've also moved out all the shulker boxes and all the extra bits that were in here to make this thing look just about perfect. So what we also want to do, or what I also want to do, is put a couple of trees here and there, hoping that I don't get those massive ones. Like these ones are exactly the type I want. So if I can get a couple more of those about, say here. Come on, give me a nice one. Not so good, I guess, but I can still take up those leaves. And another one here, maybe. Hoping I get a small one. There we go, perfect. So those are the kind I want. Now, if I get rid of these... No, actually, wait. I want put a couple of sweet berry bushes here and there. Probably more than just the 8 I've got, so I will need to bone meal these. So, like so. And... like so. So I'll let these grow naturally. But with these 14 or so that I'm going to get, I'm going to plant a few more and see how they go. And now that I've released all the foxes and a couple more trees and berry bushes planted, it just looks like there's something missing. I don't know quite what it is, but there's something missing from this. It's just not quite complete. Yeah, I'm going to have to think about that. Maybe it's the mount. Maybe I need to put a little bit more hillage? That's not quite the word. Maybe maybe I need to put a few more mountains into it. Oh yes, that's what I'm missing. I'm missing some cobblestone. Little cobblestone pillars would do quite well. I really should have mossy cobble, but I don't really have the resources for that. So if I have some cobble in here, there we go. Let's see if this makes a difference. I'm going to retrieve those mossy cobble. As you can see in my inventory, I've somehow come back to peanut butter being out of the thing. It's just that's not right. Get back in there. Come on. What are you doing? Into a boat, and we'll deal with you later. But yes, as I was saying, we've got ourselves cobble, and I don't think it quite works. So we're going to get rid of this and see if mossy cobble makes a difference. So we'll just do 9 like so, no, like this, and then put one here and see if that makes a difference to how it looks. And make sure the foxes don't escape. Yeah, that looks a little bit better. It certainly blends with the muted greens and such that we've got around here. So if I do a smaller one here, like so, that should work as well. Let's go back up. Come on. And there we go. Yeah, I think that works brilliantly. So that is what it has been missing. So let's quickly sleep, and then we can deal with the polar bear and the pandas next. Now, I've been doing a little bit of thinking and trying to decide exactly where I want the pandas. Do I want them in this section, or do I want them in this section over here? And I've come to the conclusion that the second one is a slightly better option because of future plans with the sea creatures. Now, what I want is 2 roads going down. So there'll be this road here and the road over there, and then these 2 will both go down into the water and do a loop in, and then the water will, well, it'll be where all the sea creatures are. So I haven't quite decided how I'm going to do that, but that is the general plan. So first things first, I need to move the pandas into their new area so I don't have to go over a road, and then I can get started on making this a panda heaven. Okay, and now I've got myself a fully kitted out panda area. So now what I should work out is where I want all these jungle sapling or trees. So I do want a couple of trees, not in any particular pattern, but not too close to the edges so that they block the view. So if I do something like that, that would do well. And then if I have a controlled bamboo area over around here, that would do quite well. So let me grow these saplings, I think. We don't want 2 there, we want 1 here. And hopefully I got enough bone meal. That is weird. 12 and it didn't grow. Okay, let me get some bone meal and continue on that process. And that is looking somewhat good. I think I need to put in some melons as well just to make this look a little bit better. But some jungle saplings around will also improve the look of this. So if I put a couple around, like 1, 2, and I also put some string on top, that should prevent them from growing, like so. Then I also want to put in some bamboo, and it's going to be a little bit harder because I need to make sure they don't grow any further. So something like this, and then I do a couple more, and then string on top, should prevent them from growing. Now, I have accidentally killed one of my bears, and it was Magpie Bear, the one that was named after me. So thankfully I've still got 2 more, so I can still breed, even though one's lazy and one's brown. So hopefully I can do this, and then it doesn't go too fast. So a couple more around here, and we should be good to go. And after a little bit of, well, not terraforming, but moving about and breeding some of these pandas, I've got myself quite a reasonably looking thing. I think most of these pandas are just normal pandas, but one of these is Magpie Bear, this one over here. And yeah, sadly I didn't get any more brown pandas, but that is not unexpected. So I think I'll do a couple more of these little, what do you call them? I keep thinking Brussels sprouts, but they're not Brussels sprouts, they're bamboo sprouts. And then that should be good, and we can move on. In fact, yeah, that shouldn't grow any further. If I just do that, there we go. So yes, I'll keep doing that a little bit. Now, as we move on, Morgan, who actually is offline at the moment, has been helping me terraform this bit. Now, what I am thinking is that this road is going to start going down rather steeply into the water, which I need to start draining as well. And then this path will do the same, and it will loop around. So I'm not quite sure how far to go out, but yeah, that is a problem. It's a concern. Or I just have it go along the center here, through here maybe, and then on either side there's dolphins and things. I am not yet certain of how I want to do that, so quite a bit more work. So at any rate, I'm going to thank you Morgan for helping me with this project. Okay, so after doing all the pandas, I think it's time to work on the dolphin areas, or the sea areas, and I've started work on the tunnel into it. So if we go down here, this is where the sand is just being held back by the sea. You can see Morgan there doing their work. So I've got myself a jungle fence gate, or fences here, and some oak here, and I think that should work. So kind of want to do a glass dome going into it. So from here it'll just go up into glass, but I'm not entirely sure if that's the right way. Over here, you can see the terrain's a little bit different. I'm going to have to do a bit more terraforming with the sand, like so. If we get rid of those things there and just do some sand bits here, you can see that should work quite well. Now, I've run out of jungle wood, sadly, so that is going to have to factor into how I do things. And a bit of sand here as well to keep the same drift. So, quite a bit more work to be done. After a little bit of building, I've come to the conclusion that this bar is way too far forward because I've been getting quite a bit of trouble trying to landscape this so it fits, and it's not working well. So I think if I push it back 2 blocks, yes, that should work quite well. You can just fit under, and I think that will work well. Then from here, we just have to start transforming the rest of these logs into here. So if I start getting rid of that, it should collapse down quite easily and break on the slabs below, and that should work quite well. And I'm going to have to do the same on the others. So this project is coming along quite well indeed. And with a little bit more work and Morgan's very kind help, we've got ourselves a reasonably looking sea area. So I think this is quite big enough. We're going to expand it to this side as well. But overall, I think it's looking reasonably well. This side is probably going to drop off a little bit. Maybe, I'm not entirely sure, and it's going to expand a fair way out here, and it's all going to be covered in glass, or it's going to be sealed off in glass anyway. So a fair bit of work and a fair bit of stuff to do, but I'm going to leave that till next episode, because if I can get into first person, we've run out of time for today. So thank you very much for watching. I'm going to be doing quite a bit more work, and soon the lottery is going to be drawn in the next couple of weeks or so. And I must say, it's surprised even me how much diamonds there is. Once again, I think I've gotten nearly 400 diamonds from it, which is quite a lot. So once again, thank you very much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.